saying this whole tournament that I know I can beat everyone that steps out there on the line with me, and I know if I just wrestle myself, I can do great things. So it's just great. It's all coming to fruition, but you know I got one more to go, and just fired up to go get that title.
Yeah, start here.
Nino, you were here in 2021. What did that experience do for you and help you to get back to this point?
Yeah, it's definitely a great experience. Not many people can say they've made the finals twice, and you know the first time around it didn't go my way, so God's given me a second chance to redeem myself. So I'm gonna do everything I can to go out there and win that match. But yeah, I think just overall just wrestling how I've been doing and kind of taking it one match at a time, one sequence at a time. And so yeah, a lot of great experience and a lot of second chances to do it again. So really
you're normally a pretty flat guy, you know, not a whole lot of emotion, but the past two matches, we've seen a lot of emotion from you. Can you just talk about what has brought that about?
Yeah, a lot of it's just come from, I've gone from some of the highest highs in my career when I made the finals to one of my lowest lows, obviously not making the podium last year. So it has been a long road since the Friday last March. It's been a lot of ups and downs, but just to see that all come to fruition, and me and my close circle know how hard I've worked into this and know how much that I've put into this, and so they're just as grateful as I am. But just to see everything kind of playing out how I imagined and everything working out how I wanted it to, it just makes me so grateful, and so just so at a loss for words, I guess.
Nino, after the quarterfinals, you had talked about how you were happy you wrestled a lot of these guys at 197. Ethan Laird wasn't one of them, and he kind of gave you a little bit of a different matchup. He has that kind of a rubber knee, right?
Yeah.
And it definitely affected the way you attacked in your offense. What was the game plan like, and in-match adjustments that you made to get that takedown?
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I never wrestled Ethan before, but obviously he's a hard guy to miss. His name's always out there, and he's always doing great things. So I knew it was going to be a tough match, and I knew he's a shooter. He has some slick shots and kind of some unconventional defense and offense. So I just knew that I kind of had to make it like a grinder match. I couldn't be pitch perfect with my setups or my shots. I kind of want to go out there and kind of make it ugly if I can. As like you said, like you saw, I got it actually taken down first, but that was kind of not part of the plan, but making it ugly was kind of what I wanted it to do. So I'm glad I was able to break through, and towards the end, those shots, I don't know, make it so he doesn't have as much slickness as the match goes on, and that's where I kind of can ramp it up and start scoring some points.
You know, this was the weight class that was supposed to fall apart. You came as the 1 seed undefeated. You survived that chaos. How did you do that all season at this tournament?
I know I sound like I broke a record, but it's all glory to God. He's put me in this position, and through my faith in him, I've been able to keep a level head throughout all these crazy turn of events, these crazy matches, and such a crazy weight class. So with him and my supporters, and just coming off the loss from last year, I just gained a lot of maturity in my mental focus, and I was able to kind of stay the course as the season went on. It's a long season, and it's easy to let it get to you and kind of get you out of your funk. So just kind of staying persistent with what my true values are, my morals, and that's what got me here today.
Nino, in the last 2 years since you were last a finalist, how have you matured as a wrestler, and how have you been able to stay composed, and how has that helped you so far in this tournament?
Yeah, I've matured in a way that it kind of took, at least for me, it took me a devastating loss of last year's tournament to kind of get through it. And it was kind of different from previous years because I've made the round of 12 before, and I've lost, which is obviously still sad. But to go from making the finals to not making it the next year, not even placing, was it was a big thing for me. So I think what's helped me. Sorry, what was your question?
Yeah, like how have you matured?
How have I matured? Yeah, I've matured by just not letting my achievements and these expectations myself. I have high goals for myself, and that was it's easy for it to get in the way of my wrestling and my progress. And I feel like last year I was wrestling to win and go back to where I was, and I think that hindered me and it tightened me up. So I think just as all these big moments happen throughout the season, all these big matches, I just took it as, you know, win or lose, I'm just going to give it everything I have, because obviously when you don't want to lose, but you lose, and if you just go out there to win and make these expectations over yourself, you could still lose. So I said, why not go out on my terms And yeah, that's kind of led me to where I'm at.
Nino, just watching there, it looks like it's gonna be Sloan tomorrow.
Mhm.
What do you know about him, and, you know, can you give us a quick game plan for what tomorrow looks like?
Yeah, obviously really, really tough kid, solid in all positions. A lot of respect for him, and I'm looking forward to going out and making it a ugly barn burner match. I hope it's a high scoring, and you know, I'm just really excited. Don't know a little bit. I know a little bit about him. Obviously, it's hard for some of these top guys. It's hard not to see and watch them and hear them. But yeah, I'm gonna go back with my coaches and just more so focus on me. It's not so much what the other guy's gonna do or what someone's gonna bring to me. It's what I'm gonna bring to you. So just emphasizing those points and fixing some key areas that I need to fix, and we'll be good to go.
Anything else for Nino? You have a thing? Oh, you got one more?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, Nino.
Okay.
Just, you know, we all tend to think about you that, you know, you're gonna wrestle on your feet and you're gonna shoot a lot and get a lot of takedowns. But I think your riding gets overlooked sometimes. And early on in this one, that was a key when you did get a takedown, that you were able to ride him for an extended period of time. Can you
Yeah.
talk about that and how you've improved in that area?
Yeah, I spent a lot of emphasis this year as well as my mental and obviously my key areas on my feet to really dictate the match top and bottom. If you can get out on anyone, you're in pretty much every match you're up against. So a lot of emphasis was just kind of being stingy and being persistent in these top bottom scenarios and not giving away easy points. You know, and obviously these top guys are going to be difficult to ride every single time throughout the period. I'm not a real efficient leg rider or anything, so I think just being stingy with my points and having a lot of pressure and just kind of wearing on the guy on bottom rather than trying to maybe turn him or go for double boots in or anything, I think is kind of what's been helping me. And same with bottom, just trying to work for that escape no matter what the cost. And yeah, so I definitely focus on some top bottom areas, specifically just being stingy and being smart.
All good? Thanks, Nino.